Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Sandra Ferrari with Real Estate Investing. What a pleasure to be back with you here on this gorgeous cold night. Yes, it is indeed cold, but we cannot stay cold. We got to talk about a hot topic, which is defining your goals. This is why I'm here today. I know you've decided now that you want to get involved in real estate. What are your goals? You need to know what your goals are. This is really relevant. It's so important that you cannot, I tell you, my friend, you cannot do this without having clear set goals. In other words, what am I talking about? I'm talking about you choosing to get involved in real estate. And there's nothing else than to be in charge of your own future. I tell you, even if you're still working a 9 to 5 job, there is an opportunity out there for you to have a second stream of income. Let me emphasize this. Do not wait until something happens, like you get fired or you get sick. If you get sick, how are you going to have the strength, the courage to start something anew when your spirit is low? You have to do this now when you can be in charge, because you have to take control of your own finances. No one else will. Only you can do this. You have decided to do this. You've taken control. You're working, but that's not enough. You want a better life for yourself and your family, and you want to invest in real estate as a second stream of income. Really, most of the rich people, that's what they do. You want to be rich? Why not try to be wealthy? Because a lot of people will tell you, I want to be rich. It's not enough. You want to be wealthy. Wealth. You have to do this. You have to invest in yourself. There's nothing else you need to do but to do that. So in order to do this, to invest in yourself, in your future, in real estate, you must have clear and set defining goals. In other words, you are investing for what? For long-term appreciation? Maybe. For cash flow? Do you want to have a long-term tenant who loves the place that they live at? They maintain the place like it's actually their own home? Because sometimes you have tenants, it's the truth, I've had that. They don't treat the place nicely. In fact, they destroy your property. Oh, yes, this is going to happen. So don't feel like this is not for you. Don't be afraid. This is life. It's going to happen. There's always one. Even if you have several tenants and they're all great, there's always going to be one that's not so great. So be prepared. And you live life. You're living life. So this is what happens. And this can happen. Is this going to happen to you? I'm hoping not. But if you are prepared, you know what you're getting involved into. You have done your due diligence. You pre-screen that tenant, even though they may present themselves in such a way to make themselves desirable. If they turn out it's not the right party for you, the right fit, and they moved in, the lease is over, you're going to do everything legally. So don't worry about that. But do you want a beautiful tenant, an amazing tenant that pays all the time, or someone you want to have for every few weeks? Some people do that. It's short-term rentals. But you must have to have that defining goal. I'm going for long-term. I prefer long-term because my primary goal when I start investing in a property is that I'm looking for a second source of income. Not that I don't also invest for appreciation. So what is long-term appreciation? Basically, you may go into an area where you're not making that much cash flow. Several years back, I remember in my local area, we had a lot of people were buying properties. It was in Florida, in Indiana. They were buying for appreciation, not so much for cash flow, but I wanted cash flow. I looked elsewhere where there was cash flow. There was also appreciation, but I was going for the cash flow. So I went for a nice place like Tennessee. I love the state of Tennessee. I always talk about it. And I also went in Pittsburgh because I wanted cash. That's what I was looking for. But that doesn't mean that I don't invest as well for long-term appreciation. I have do that. And I've also done an investment where I invest my money in a property and I'm waiting for it to grow. And I set a time frame within which 2 to 5 years, this is what I expected to do after doing my research in that area. Remember, due diligence is important. Without having done that due diligence, how are you going to know that the you can raise the rent in an area? What is the annual increase rate in that area? Or maybe they don't really increase because this is not a place that changes that much. So all of this involves in the area that you're looking at and also your due diligence, because it will allows you, it permits you to discover, to determine that, hey, yes, this is the right fit. I'm looking for long-term appreciation. So I have done that where I've gotten into deals. The whole point is I'm investing with someone else. I do joint ventures. We put one half here, one third here. And in a couple of years, we are going to sell this property for the appreciation, for the value, which is what we're looking for. So know your plans. If it's you going in from the very beginning, like me, you're going for cash flow. I have bought properties. All I wanted is, quite frankly, it was the cash flow. Truth be told, I was aiming. The goal was from the very beginning, once I purchased the property, I knew the specific property was for cash flow. The specific mortgage note was for cash flow. And if you get a tax deed, you're getting 10%, 12%, tax lien, tax deed, you're getting 10%, 8%, 18% return. This is cash flow. Unless you go in tax deed, like I enjoy doing, is getting the deed. So that's different. Know your goals. Because if you do not define your goals, how are you going to move forward? And it doesn't hurt. You can always reassess. And if you do buy a property, it's not working the way you wanted to, you can always reassess your goals for that particular property. Because every property, every area, the way the economy is shaping may play a role in that. So beware. Don't feel so bad if you are thinking, oh, I just look, oh my God, the news that I heard, because I'm hearing a lot of things on TikTok. I'm watching those TikTok folks. Guys, don't be afraid. Do your own research. We have a new beginning. Next year is a new year. It's a new beginning. We're not far away from 2025, and a lot can happen. I see a lot of things because a lot of people are afraid. Whenever people are afraid, you have Warren Buffett who says that. You all know who he is. When everybody's going this way, you go that way. Because if they're afraid to take action, sometimes disasters or opportunities, it's the way you see it. It's the way you look at it. It's the way you determine your actions. If you are just flying like everybody else, you are not making any changes in your life. Again, it is your dream that you want to move forward with. It is your why. So if you know, you define the terms of your own goals, your why you're doing this, because I know why I'm doing this. Listen, the holidays are coming. Everybody else wants gift. I'm already looking at gifts for family members, donation, and also donation. God has done so much for me where I'm sitting here, health wise, family wise, work wise, money wise. I need to give back. Yes, giving back. You can give back to your tenants. You can give back to your church. You can give back to society. You can give donation to the Cancer Society, to a lot of pledge out there. Listen, you can do this. Food for the poor, those type of organizations that are legit, you can give money. So I'm here talking to you about yourself, how you build yourself up. You can also help someone else just by defining your goals. If you don't realize how much impact you may have in your own life, think of others, your children, your spouse, your loved ones, your parents. You can even pay for them to go on vacation. Imagine your parents, they work so hard. Your mom, your dad, even an uncle, whoever raised you, and you want to do right by them by serving them, by being that beautiful child that you are at whatever age, because you're always a child. That's the story. To your family members, to your parents, your loved ones who knew you since you were little. What if their dream was to take a nice vacation? With that extra money, you can surprise someone who's always been there for you. So, this is how you can impact somebody else's life. So, define your goals. If it's not working, we assess your goals. But first of all, know why you're doing this. Cash flow, long term appreciation, um, or is it just to have a short term tenant versus a long term tenant? All of those are relevant. Or is it just for the interest rate or just pure cash flow? The ball is in your court. Define your goal. Live your life, your best life. Come on. You can live your best life by having that second source of income. That second stream of income can go far. Can help yourself, your family, and others. So don't forget that. Take care of yourself. Define your goals. I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.